So welcome to the 14th Annual Media Studies and Production Student Awards. It is our first time in a virtual setting. Usually we have this event in the TV One studio, but today, over the next hour or so, we will be highlighting the best our department has to offer for video, audio, paper categories that date back to last semester, by the way. So I'm about to introduce Dean Boardman, who will talk about the judging, but I did want to mention first the winners today will receive certificates, which we will talk about more at the very end of our ceremony. We're also recording this event, so if you have any friends who missed it thanks to final exams or for whatever reason, please let them know. We will be sending out the video file when this ends. Feel free, by the way, this year's event, obviously, it's going to be a little bit different. We don't have students coming up and collecting their awards, and we don't have any of that loud clapping or cheering or hooting or hollering that we're kind of used to. So please feel free to use the chat icon to congratulate the winners as much as you would like, and make sure that make sure that when you tweet out the good news to everybody, you can see at the bottom of the screen, hopefully you can see that, everybody. It says @TUMSP Awards is our Twitter handle, and we're going to use hashtag MSP Awards as well. So for more on how today's event works and to say hi, let me bring in our Klein College Dean, David Boardman. David, you there?
I am here, and
right.
Can everybody hear me? And
I can hear you perfectly.
Just as importantly, can everybody see me?
I don't think they can. Let me X out of screen. Okay, let me see.
I want them to be able to see me because I
look at that. You look awesome.
For you. Yes, I've been spending most of this time in Temple sweats, but I decided to do it up right here on the red carpet.
Hold on 1 second. Watch. Here you go. We'll give you a cheer. You hear that? There we go. Okay. All right, now you're back on. Good for you.
Great, thank you. Thank you, Professor Fine, and good afternoon to everybody, the students, particularly the faculty, any parents, alums, and donors who are with us today. This really is one of my favorite events of the year, and I look forward to seeing samples of the great work. Certainly, I hope you and your loved ones are all faring well in these really challenging times. It is really wonderful to see all of you, even on a screen. Far more wonderful than you can know. I was in Annenberg Hall last week, and I got to tell you, it was surreal. Walked all over campus and saw 3 people, a Temple policeman and 2 international students. So to be here with so many of you today really is heartwarming. We all wish we could be doing this in person. That's not to be, but I like to think of it this way. Students, you are making history. Never before have we had a virtual awards ceremony in the Klein College Department of Media Studies and Production. Yours is the first. And that's fitting because you are pioneers, and you have been from the day you got to Temple. You went into this major unafraid, even with all of the disruption and uncertainty that exists in the media business these days. And you are the people, as much as anybody else at Temple, who embraces technology. You wanted to really thrust our society and our world forward in creative and helpful ways. You do work that matters, that helps build communities, that entertains, and sometimes that changes laws and changes lives. Over these past 7 weeks, as amazing as they've been, we've certainly witnessed the crucial role that media plays in the public welfare. As difficult as these days have been, can you imagine where we would be without a vibrant media? That essential role of media has played not only in our nation, but certainly in the Temple community. Since the campus closed, we have seen the Temple News, Temple Update, TUTV, and WHIP working together to create a collaborative site in which the COVID-19 crisis has been covered through the lens of Temple. I've been hugely impressed by that and really proud of the coverage, much of which has been done by students in this very Zoom room. So thank you for that. And to the seniors especially, I want to say that my heart goes out to you. You have missed the proper opportunity to say goodbye to your campus, to your friends, to your professors. You're being deprived, at least in the short term, of an in person graduation ceremony that's full of the pomp and circumstances I'm sorry, that you deserve. We do intend to give you one, I promise, as soon as the scientists, and that means Dr. Fauci, not Dr. Trump, tell us that it's safe to do so. In the meantime, though, both the university and Klein are planning virtual celebrations on May 7th, and I hope you'll attend that. I think it will be a lot of fun. I also want to give a special shout out to our faculty members in MSP. You have always demonstrated great dedication to our students, and certainly never more than this year as you had to pivot under pressure and have done so superbly. To all of our MSP winners, you are the embodiment of Temple University's motto, perseverance conquers. You've persevered through the most daunting challenge, not only of your lifetime, but certainly of my much longer one. And you've conquered as reflected in the tributes that you're about to receive. So, on behalf of the Klein College faculty, staff, and administration, I offer you our congratulations and my profound respect for what you've been able to achieve under the most unimaginable of circumstances. And I can't wait to see a lot of it. So now for the awards. This year we have 16 paper and production categories that included 218 entries. We'll also be handing out scholarships here today. For production, the judging is based on creativity, professionalism, journalistic standards, and entertainment value. For paper, the judging has been based on analytical substance, structure, the use of supporting material, the quality of the writing, and the overall clarity. The entries were judged by 16 different faculty members across MSP and Klein College. The judging certainly was not easy for the faculty, so we certainly want to thank them for their time and attention. Special thanks also go out to the department chairs of MSP, Jan Fernbeck and Matthew Lombard, for their support, along with the department director, Becky Gulliher, and senior Sarah King, who was Professor Fine's assistant. Also want to certainly thank Professor Matt Fine, without whom none of this could be brought together. We have many of our scholarship donors as well on Zoom today, and they will be following along. So here's how it works. We'll honor the top winners in each category, generally first, second, and third place. We'll also view some of the excellent work selected by the judges. In some categories, such as best long form, we'll be able to show only a part of the winning entry because of length. We'll do our best to highlight a lot of great work over the next hour. So let's get started. Professor Fine.
All right, thank you so much, Dean Boardman. That was great. So I'm going to share my screen with everybody. Bring in the PowerPoint that we have, and we'll get started. Just a heads up, for some of the videos, we'll have to dump out of the PowerPoint, and it might get a little wonky, but we'll figure it out as we go. But most of it should be very smooth, hopefully smooth sailing throughout. So, okay, so let's go to the first category. We tend to like to start off with the sports because I like sports, and because I'm in charge, I like starting off with a bang. It's one of our most popular categories, Best Sports Package. Sports Package includes double-digit entries coming from Al Sports Update, Temple Update, and genres of media production this year. For third place, judges' comments. I'll read off a lot of the judges' comments today for every entry. And this package represents a level of professionalism and production values one would equate with industry standards. It incorporates strong videography that employs creative composition, effective natural sound and sound bites that enhance the story. So for third place, coming from the Al Sports Update class, fall 2019, is Paul Burke and Trey Petrarca, Temple Marching Band, Marching On, for our first winner today. Moving on to second place now, technically, it's again from the judges, technically and structurally sound reporting that features excellent videography and pacing. B-roll and natural sound enhance the storytelling. The package features characteristics of reporting and production that are at a professional level in the industry. We'll play the first minute or so of the second place finisher.
Crowns, capes, and even custom koozies. It's hard to go to a Temple football tailgate without noticing this unique group of superfans.
Let's go, Al! Let's go!
They're called the Temperers, and they're the most recognizable faces at the party.
We're called super fans. Just the fun, having everybody come up, take pictures, just the excitement. Just the crowd's getting bigger and bigger, and it's fun.
There's no doubt that the Temperers get the attention of the crowd, but these three kings aren't focused on the spotlight.
I mean, this is our inner fan. We're just goofballs by nature. Who knows? Maybe somebody will see this telecast or another telecast on TV, and they get to the link because of us.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
People see the crowns and they see the capes, but what they don't get to see is the mega bus, which the Temperers take all around the country to watch Temple compete in some of its biggest games.
Okay, so for second place for Best Sports Package goes to Sean McGeehan, Tyrone Sharper for Temple Temperer. Moving on to our first place winner in Best Sports Package category, the judges say the first-person storytelling is compelling, conveying a strong message about the challenges of a medical condition and the impact a community has in supporting the success of the impacted individual. Effective pacing with stills and B-roll that enhance this moving story. Music selection and natural sound contribute to this exceptionally well-executed package. We'll play about 2 minutes from this first place winner.
To be frank, it's what it feels like. It feels like a hangover and you're throwing up and you went, oh, crap, what happened? And I went, oh, no, I have a seizure. I had another seizure. So I had my first seizure in 9th grade of high school. I had no idea I was having a seizure. I had no idea what was going on. My mom said that my friends they tried to wake me up. They couldn't wake me up when they all woke up. Then they went to go get my parents, came down to get me. They brought me upstairs and they couldn't wake me up either. They actually put me in the shower to try and wake me up and couldn't. So my mom freaked out a lot because they had no idea what was happening because they had no idea I had a seizure. I hadn't had the normal symptoms. I wasn't shaking. I wasn't foaming at the mouth. I wasn't doing anything like that. I was just completely still. They have no idea how long the actual seizure was, but I was asleep for about 3 hours afterwards. So I had an MRI 2 days after the seizure. And then after that, I had an EEG, which is when they put all the sticky little nodes on your head and measure your brain waves. And that's when they diagnosed me with epilepsy. But they didn't officially put me on medication or anything because I had only had one seizure at that point. So they kind of waited. And then my freshman year of college, I had a second seizure, and that's when they put me on medication. I had a neurologist, and I go about every 6 months to see her. They're pretty random every time. I usually I've had almost 2 every year I've been here. I've had 8 total, so 1 high school, I've had 3 last year, and then I've had 2 freshman and 2 sophomore year. And I've had 1 pretty much in the fall and kind of 1 in the spring season every year. None of them, they were all very surprised because I was very surprised because I didn't think I was ever going to have another seizure again. I thought it was something that just randomly happened 4 years ago and it's never going to happen again. And since then, my class has been very cautious with me. They remind me to take medication when we're hanging out or something, or before we go out at night, or we go out to dinner or something. They're like, Matt, did you take your meds before you came? Or when we get to practice in the morning, they remind me to take my meds. I have medication with me everywhere. I think I have a little baggie in the locker room, at home, in all of my jacket pockets and all of my backpacks, everywhere. And they all remind me all the time.
Okay, so congratulations. First place, Best Sports Package goes to Amadeo Gracia, Hanuk Nam, and Isabella Cardone for Maddie Giebert, Battles with Epilepsy. Okay, so second category, Best Long Form Script in its 5th year as part of the MSP Awards. We had a record double-digit number of entries this year. We're going to start off with the judges' comments for third place, and we're going to see and hear many type entries and winners today who address the coronavirus. And here is our first, the COVID-19 conspiracy theory. Extremely timely, very well written. Third place goes to Anna Grace from the creative sports writing class, Not a Cloud in Sight. Second place, judges' comments for long form script. The judges say they could picture the characters and see their personalities so clearly in the dialogue and their actions. The personalities emerged quickly from the page. I was enthralled, says one of the judges from the creative script writing class. Cameron Morris, the party we could have, for second place. And now we move on to first place and best long form from the judges. Great surprise ending, a cute moving script with well-paced humor, balanced with seriousness. Descriptions and dialogue are really well put together. The judge says, I could picture the story playing out. From, again, the creative script writing class, John Pirate, The Art of Moving On. Congratulations. All right, category number 3. Best short audio production. We have 2 audio production categories as always. We start here with the best short. And third place, judges' comments, an energetic and well-executed game show close, solid voiceover and supportive sound design using a music bed that nicely sets the tone. From intro to media production, Natalia Magzulska for show outro. Second place now, a nicely done air check for an interesting radio station. Great transitions and voice talent with a solid presence. We'll play about the first minute of the second place finisher in short form audio production.
You're listening to 97.4 WOOF The Dome. Alternative music to make you howl.
What a tough and gritty song that is to be playing in the city of brotherly love. That was Human by Rag and Bone Man on 97.4 The Dog. Jack Byrne with you here from noon to 3 in the Beneful Studios. We've got some more alternative hits coming your way right after this, so don't go anywhere.
All right, second place goes to Jack Byrne for DJ Project. On to our first place finisher in short form, an immersive and realistic soundscape that starts off simple and pleasant enough, but builds tension to a foreseeable but nonetheless chilling conclusion. Excellent use of music and especially sound effects to place the listener right inside a scene so as to make the listener wish they could do something to stop what you know is coming. I'm going to start it at the 1 minute, 10 second mark, and we'll play the rest of it from there.
Sorry. Oh, you're the kids with the pumped up kicks. You better run. How am I going? Oh, you're the kids with the pumped up kicks. You better run. Faster than the wind.
All right, that's heavy stuff. Best short audio production, first place goes to Rachel Liney for texting and driving. Congratulations. Moving on now to best website. It's one of the more creative categories each year in the MSP Awards. The new websites are conceived and created by our students for various classes, including Intro to Media Technology and some various upper level production classes. We move to third place, the judges' comments. Photography at Work. Sarah Fan's website shows off all of her work, photography of people at concerts, and of her travels around the world. Love the one video drop down that gives us a behind the scenes look at her work. So for third place, there's Sarah Fan for her website called Sarah Fan. Second place now. So much to see with so much information on this athletic website based on the nonprofit No Books, No Ball, based in Boston. Sliding pictures of players, a drop-down menu for a complete look at the schedule for each age division. There is info for those who want to volunteer their time and for those who want to donate to a very good cause. From the Intro to Media Technology class, J.C. Bullock for No Books, No Ball. And our winner for best website, first place, the judges' comments, a very strong website with creativity coming right at you as soon as you pull up the site. It's easy to navigate. The drop-down menus are clear and allow the visitor to easily see the wide range of services and talent behind those services. Again, from Intro to Media Technology, Courtney Trombor with Courtney Trombor Photography. Congratulations for a first place win in Best New Website. Moving on to our next category, as Professor Jack Klotz likes to say, it's time for us to get down to that groovy beat. We have double-digit entries for Best Music Production. Third place, very creative lyrically, very good recording as well. Third place goes to Josiah Roggio for False Prophets. Third place, congratulations. Moving on to second place now. This is a Bell Tower production. Great job done by all involved with this artist. Comes from the class Recording Industry Practicum. Ian Ranlovich, Justin Hayes, Xavier Ism, Tanya Reynard, Becky Matthey for J.M. Hayes, The Way She Talk for second place today. And for our top spot on the best music production, great sound, great song. This song has an original style reminiscent of Peter Gabriel, but with a modern pop sensibility. We'll play the first minute or so. This comes from an independent project.
I remember the cigarette we shared in the backyard. Underneath the stairs, I was drunk and you were way too high. So I felt like I could say what's on my mind. Do you think of me when it's late at night? You can't see the stars, nothing's feeling right. I'm losing sleep, thinking about you next to me, next to me, next to me, next to me. Something changes when I'm alone with you. Feels like a movie when it's me and you. I'm willing to let this go, not before I let you know that
Okay, so first place, congratulations to Owen Lubers for Next to Me. First place, best music production. Move on to another paper category, our best research paper. It seems to gain steam each year, this category. I tell you, for the second straight year, a record number of entries for this category. We had 22 in all, and it was very difficult for the judges to knock it down to 3. Never easy to do that. So we move on to a third place first. And here's the judges' comments. An excellent research paper that takes a detailed look at the extraordinarily productive life of Lou Klein, using first and secondhand sources from those who knew Lou personally. This paper details Lou's life as a media visionary from his early days as creator of American Bandstand to his lifelong dedication in service and teaching at Temple University. This entry comes from History of Electronic Media, Monica Legrano for a media visionary, Lou Klein. Second place, this paper shows extensive research into the difficulties parents and children face in the light of the new media platforms like TikTok. Drawing on academic studies and news stories, the writer uses evidence to logically explain perils related to lack of privacy and predatory behavior on the popular app. The judges say excellent work here. From the class Media and Children, Moira Folman, Predatory Potential, Assessing Risks and Parental Concerns Among Young Female Users on TikTok for second place. First place, best research paper. From the judges, this paper provides a deep overview of the effects of virtual reality on learning for students with disabilities. The researcher investigates a variety of studies to show the different ways that virtual reality can improve learning experiences of those who face specific challenges in their education. With its clear and focused writing, this paper shines, and it was a pleasure to read. Fantastic work. This comes from Michaela Carroll, Leveling the Playing Field, Virtual Reality in Education. Congratulations on the first place win for Best Research Paper. Back to some video categories. We move to the Best Feature News Package. This is one of our more competitive categories each and every year, reaching 20 plus entries, and the entries come from a wide range of classes. As you know, Temple Update, Al Sports Update, TUTV Practicum, Genres of Media Production. And for third place, this could have been a traditional institutional story about a long-standing landmark in the North Philadelphia community. The viewers were so fortunate that this production team did not see it that way. They instead elected to capture the engrossing story of the Village of the Arts from the inside out, as seen through the eyes of the talented young people whose lives are enriched by their experiences with that respected organization. Great work here coming from the Genres of Media Production class. Chris Bogardus, Frederick Harris, and Dominique Pulsino. This comes from the title Village of the Arts for third place. Second place, this is an excellent upbeat entry from TUTV's Temple Update. The reporter and videographer made the very best of every opportunity with which they were presented as they took viewers backstage at the Tamron Hall show in New York City. Not only do the viewers meet Hall, a Temple alum, by the way, as we all know, in her ABC TV studios, the viewers also find out volumes about what it takes to produce a hit show in the highly competitive world of daytime television. The judges say, very well done. We'll take a look.
3, 2, 1.
Most people dream about having their own talk show one day. But for Tamron Hall, this dream has become a reality. The former Temple Al let us go behind the scenes of her newly premiered talk show. From camera operators to directors, we got to see what it takes to put on a live talk show every day. Tamron takes pride in hosting a show that is different from most.
I think the best again of who I am as a journalist is my connection to people. And I wanted this set and I wanted the feel of the show to be as intimate as you standing here with me. I mean, you're inches away. They can't see you. I'll pull you into your own. They said you're a journalist, you're not supposed to be the story, but you are the story.
With her unique storytelling style and a diverse range of guests, Hall is taking a non-traditional approach at hosting her show.
I want you to know that you can reach out, you can touch me, and I'm a part of this journey with you. Vision.
Hall told us she credits part of her success to Temple. So we asked her why Temple students should watch her show.
Because I'm Temple May, you better. Listen, the best of who I am, I learned at Temple.
Tamron last visited Temple in August, where she talked with students at Klein College about journalism and how Temple has impacted her life.
And I think for me, we bring that feeling of Temple to this show. And I think that's why so many, and I'm not just saying this, so many journalism students from Temple go on to great success because of that experience of being in that university, in that neighborhood, gives you something that I don't think a lot of people have.
We had so much fun here today. Thank you so much, Tamron, for allowing us to come here. Reporting for Temple Update, I'm Claudia Murtha.
The new host of the daytime talk show, Tamron Hall. Once I retire, it's her legacy. That was a killer stand-up. You should win stand-up of the year.
Oh, thank you so much.
I've voted and I've spoken.
So that's a great, I wanted to show that whole thing because I thought that stand-up was fabulous. Second place, Claudia Murtha and Nick Uff for behind the scenes at the Tamron Hall show. Okay, so let's see here. Second, okay. Moving on to first place now. Best feature news package in a spot-on spoof of the high-priced, high-profile masterclass courses which are taught online by an army of celebrities. Temple Tonight host Jay Thatchett offers you his backstage secrets to TU TV stardom. Plus, he has a few helpful tips, including making tea with your toes. This is a smart, funny, professional grade parody. I'm gonna have to dump out of the PowerPoint for a second to show this one to you. Feature news package, first place. This is worth watching the entire thing. We're gonna watch the whole thing. It's great. Hope you enjoy.
That desk. Those 24 inches of mahogany are your pulpit, your soapbox, your arena, and your best friend. In this class, you're going to learn a bit about comedy and tragedy, love, war, death, divorce, tennis, sleeping, being awake, nausea, and dizziness. Comedy is all about what you say, but it's also about what you don't say. Landing a joke is actually a lot like landing a plane. Hundreds of people's lives are at stake, and there are dire consequences if you make even a single mistake. Do it right, everyone will clap. Do it wrong, and you'll be investigated by the National Transit Safety Board. That's a monologue joke. A good performer keeps the audience on their toes. As soon as they get complacent, you're burnt toast. Guess what? I've been making tea this whole time. I've watched all 10 seasons of Friends, and if I've learned one thing, it's that if you don't like Monica, you're never going to make it in this industry. I don't have any plans for retirement. 401k? I can't count that high. Here's an insider tip. At the end of the night, restaurants throw out all their unsold bread. Digital watches, they're for sheep. Wolves go analog. Finding a good doubles partner might seem daunting at first, but here's a tip. Get your hands on their credit card. Buy yourself something nice at Raymore and Flanagan's. Then see how long it takes them to cancel the charge. Only then can you know their reaction time. Find the biggest guy in the yard and beat him up. That's how you get respect. Whiskey, soda, a pinch, paprika, drop of water. That's how you make an old fashioned. Bottoms up. Welcome to my masterclass.
All right, that was awesome. That was, get back into our slide. So for best featured news package comes from the TUTV Practicum, Temple Tonight Masters Class Commercial Spoof from Jay Thatchett. Congratulations on your first place win there. Our one more category before we get to the scholarships for the day. Scholarships always mark our halfway point. So this category, graduate creative work. It's our third year where the MSP Awards recognizes some of the outstanding graduate work done in our department. This year, we've got the top three. Some of this work, by the way, was also highlighted yesterday in our MSP Master Showcase, which was also on Zoom and was excellent to watch. Very much enjoyed that. So we go to third place first, which Frankie herself is an honest, likable, and down-to-earth protagonist. Frankie breaks the fourth wall and uses it as an effective strategy to build trust with viewers and bring them closer to Frankie as she grapples with the loss of a loved one. What's uniquely interesting about Frankie is the use of that fourth wall as a metaphor that also parallels the process of grief in its demand for a gradual adjustment and coming to terms with a new reality. Third place from producing and directing, Will Davis, Jeff Epstein, Samantha Johnson, Gabrielle Messier, and Ian Shyla for Frankie. Second place, best creative work. Introduction of Traditional Chinese Painting is an interactive journey through which images speak, sing, and dance from the page. It brings history alive with reverence and a gentle approach that is a reminder of both the tenuous but enduring connections to the past. This comes from the fall semester Emergent Media Productions class, He Ming Fu, Introduction of Traditional Chinese Painting. And for our first place winner, Who Are You Wearing? Starts with an innocent inquiry about the origins of workwear that unravels into a story about the heritage and history of skilled labor and gives deference to the people and movements behind this enduring fashion trend. And again, I'll have to dump out for a second to get to this video. And I'm going to cue it up at the 1:58 mark. We'll watch about a minute or so of this.
Workwear has become a staple in subcultures, an icon of subversion and high fashion, and a go-to within streetwear. But workwear was originally innovated for utility and safety, and it has a rich history rooted in the working class. So how did workwear become reimagined as couture and leisurely wear? We can start with the 3 S's to learn how it has traveled and transformed.
The 3 S's are credited to fashion law professor Susan Scafidi. She's created this kind of easy way to think through what are the benefits and what are the perils of wanting to consume that thing. So her 3 S's are source, significance, and similarity.
So let's go back to the source and talk about labor. In the late 19th century, the Industrial Revolution led to advances in technology, the buildup of cities, and the need for manual labor jobs. By 1880, majority of the workforce no longer worked in farming jobs, and by 1890, 2/3 of American workers worked for wages. And when the Transcontinental Railroad was developed, it enabled the transfer of goods from factories. This led to the development of different brands of products that could be sold and shipped.
So getting back into our PowerPoint. We can congratulate our first place winner for Best Graduate Creative Work going to Lauren Morales-Snow. Who Are You Wearing? Congratulations. So as I mentioned, we're about halfway done here with our awards portion. And I like to split up the awards portion with some important information about all of our scholarship winners. And so for that, I'm going to move on to one of my colleagues who's going to take over for this part of the show, Professor Peter Jaroff, who will be in charge of dishing out lots of money. He's the popular guy today. Peter?
Yes, thank you, Professor Fine. It's not my money, so don't get confused about that. Anyway, good afternoon. Thank you, everybody, for a really big turnout for our first ever virtual awards, and thank you, Professor Fine, for making this all come together under unusual circumstances. The first scholarship we're awarding today is the Rick Beardsley Temple Update Award. It celebrates the late Rick Beardsley's 26-year commitment to Temple Update, which he helped found along with Dr. Betsy Lebron Tuttleman, and also honors his dedication to the Klein College of Media and Communication. The annual award is based on leadership, service, and contributions to Temple Update, and this year's winner is Monica Logroño. Congratulations, Monica. The second scholarship today is the E. Stevens Collins Memorial Scholarship, which is given in memory of longtime radio legend and civic leader E. Stephen Collins, a member of the Klein College of Media and Communication Hall of Fame. The winner of this scholarship has demonstrated an interest in urban broadcast media and in service to the community. This year's winner of the E. Stephen Collins Memorial Scholarship is Erica Ramirez Lorenzo. Congratulations, Erica. The Stephen E. Eisenthal Scholarship is given to an eligible junior or senior who is seeking a career in the technical area of broadcast production, working to pay his or her tuition, and who has demonstrated the drive and determination needed for future success. And this year's winner is Genevieve Tarlow. Congratulations, Genevieve. The Marilyn D. Fife Memorial Scholarship was established in 1993 by Franklin Broadcasting Incorporated to provide scholarships for MSP students who have promoted the participation of women and minorities in the field and who have demonstrated academic achievement. This year's winner of the Fife Memorial Scholarship is Deja Parker. Congratulations, Deja. Our next scholarship is the Harry A. Lieberman Scholarship, established by the Lieberman Family Foundation in memory of Harry Lieberman, a successful Philadelphia businessman. Harry championed education, and his family carries on his desire to help others by providing support to outstanding students to ease their financial burden. Preference is given to a student with an interest in sports production or broadcasting. And this year's winner, Brenna Hopp. Congratulations, Brenna. Our next scholarship is the Marilyn J. Pfister Scholarship, which provides funding for students in the Klein College of Media and Communication, with preference given to those students who are pursuing an internship in video production or visual broadcast media. We have two winners this year, Aisha Torres and King Shukase. Congratulations, Aisha and King. The Justin Schronk Scholarship is named for a 2005 MSP graduate. Candidates for the scholarship exemplify some of the same characteristics that Justin exhibited in his life: an absolute passion for everything media, a great wit and sense of humor, loyalty and friendships, and someone who would take a job for less money to be able to do the work that he or she loves. This year's winner, Nicholas Uff. Congratulations, Nick. The Chuck and Elaine Sherman Scholarship is given to celebrate the life of alumnus Charles Sherman, PhD, a pioneer in broadcasting. This scholarship is awarded to a rising sophomore who exhibits academic excellence and professional potential and continues into junior and senior years as long as the awardee remains an MSP major and maintains a GPA of at least 3.0. The winner again this year, Tayana Stone. Congratulations, Tayana. The Gregory Kiola Award recognizes exceptional initiative and leadership in the development and promotion of Temple-made music each semester. It's named in honor of the late father of Jordan Kiola, the front man of one of Bell Tower's first artists, Mo Lauda and the Humble. This year's winners, Meredith Tracy and Karina Patricelli. Congratulations, Meredith and Karina. The Jessica Savage Broadcast Journalism Award is open to sophomores and juniors who have a demonstrated interest in broadcast journalism careers and who represent the standards and excellence represented by Jessica Savage. This year's winner of the Jessica Savage Broadcast Journalism Award is Abigail Behringer. And congratulations, Abigail. The Betsy Lebron Tuttleman Scholarship is funded by a person deeply connected with both the Media Studies and Production Department and the Klein College of Media and Communication. The scholarship provides funding for academically qualified MSP students pursuing a credit-bearing internship in the United States. And this year's winner is Suman Roni. Congratulations, Suman. The Alexander Magid Scholarship provides funding for incoming freshman students enrolled in the Department of Media Studies and Production who demonstrate academic excellence and professional promise. Recipients may continue to receive the scholarship for up to 3 additional years, provided they remain enrolled in the department and maintain an overall GPA of at least 3.0. So again, this year's winner, Tayana Stone. Congratulations again, Tayana. The Matt McNamee Scholarship was created to commemorate former Klein College student Matt McNamee. It is open to MSP students who are actively involved with WHIP radio. The winner of this year's Matt McNamee Scholarship is Owen Boyle. Congratulations, Owen. And finally, the MSP Faculty Scholarships are departmental scholarships awarded to outstanding undergraduate students as identified by the Scholarship Committee. We have 4 winners this year: Kirsten Beach, Samantha Barrett, Bryn Garrick, and Sean Marnian. Congratulations to all. And congratulations to all of our scholarship winners. Now let me reintroduce the organizer and host for today's ceremony, Professor Matt Fine.
All right, let's give Peter a big round of applause. Peter, great job. All right, and we move on to the second half of the awards part of our ceremony, Best Studio and On Location. This was created for show producers and directors to show off their talents in longer form productions. Most of these productions find their way onto TUTV, and they come from all sorts of classes, including the various practicums such as Temple Update, Al Sports Update, the TUTV Production Workshop, and on the list goes. One of the great things about this category, by the way, is that each year we really see new names of new shows popping up on the entry forms, which we really love. Third place judges' comments: strong show with a great piece by reporter Kenny Cooper, who had a powerful package with reaction to Kobe Bryant's untimely death. The package featured good use of police radio and wide-ranging interviews from both the Temple community and other notable basketball people. The show also featured good critical analysis of Temple's basketball program. Third place, Temple Timeout, Remembering Kobe Bryant, from January 31st, 2020, Brian Mathis, Adam Miller, Brian Steinmetz, Sean McGeehan, and D.P. Miller. Second place, Best Studio On Location Production. This well-paced edition of Al Sports Update was executed flawlessly and was chock full of sports. The pacing of the show, delivery of the anchors, and diversity of the packages highlighted an entertaining show. It had crisp writing with an attitude, including the line, "among other sweaty things." Particularly effective was the beautifully shot and edited package on rowing. Nice job by all. Let's play a little.
Protecting their home court, the Owls take another game down to the wire at the Leah Core Center for an welcome to a brand new edition of Owl Sports Update. Alongside Brooklyn Vaughn, I am Dom Gillespie. Coming up, the Lax team finishes its 6-game homestand, and the South isn't very kind to the women's basketball team.
But we'll start off with the men's basketball team. Yeah, the Owls are sitting at about 500, but they do lead the nation in one category.
Temple went on the road to take on East Carolina in Greenville, North Carolina. The Owls got the better of the Pirates in the first meeting this season, but not this time. It was a close one until the end. However, the Pirates were able to pull this one out 67-63. Jaden Gardner had himself a night, scoring a game high of 29. The Owls shot less than 40% from the field and 50% from the charity stripe. That includes just 6 of 17 in the second half. That is where they lost this game. The better of the 2 games last week came versus UConn. This one was played a few nights before that loss to ECU, and it was a marathon. 40 minutes wasn't enough. Even 45 minutes was not enough.
All right, so second place. Congratulations, Jack Byrne, Will Meade, Dom Gillespie, Brooklyn Vaughn, Tom Hughes, and Jimmy Freeze for Owl Sports Update Spring 2020. Top spot in the best studio on-location production, professional, well-executed, informative show under less than ideal circumstances. Catches your attention right off the bat with an innovative yet timely open. This edition used Zoom technology to interview Temple football standouts who were preparing for the NFL draft. This could not have been pulled off without knowledgeable hosts who asked well-crafted questions and kept the interview subjects on point. It's obvious that the hosts worked well together, knew their subject matter, and had a passion for the craft. Very well done, says the judges.
I miss this place so much, man. It's been a while. Annenberg Hall. Klein College, man. Miss this place. Oh, no way. Guess I better dispose of this. Adam Miller?
Brian Steinmetz?
Adam
Brian. Can't.
6 feet, you're right. 6 feet. That's such a shame. What are we going to do? We have so much to talk about.
Brian, we just can't. We can't do it anymore.
We have to. The show must go on. There's an NFL draft next week, Adam Miller.
Who we even talk to about the draft?
Oh my goodness, we can talk to anybody. Matt Hennessy, Sean Bradley, Zach Nesday. Plus, we can get Brooklyn Vaughn to talk about her expectations.
Brian, I don't know, but how do we do it?
We can do it over Zoom.
Zoom!
But first, let's take a time out. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we simply could not stay away from you. We missed you way too much, and we hope you missed us as well. Temple Timeout has been resurrected. I am Brian Steinmetz, and my partner and brother Adam Miller is virtually next to me.
All right, first place, congratulations for Temple Timeout, April 17th, 2020, by Brian Mathis, Adam Miller, Brian Steinmetz, and Brooklyn Vaughn. Moving on, paper category, best media analysis and critique papers came from various MSP classes. Our third place finisher, the judges' comments. This paper offers a clear and convincing analysis of how quarantining during the coronavirus pandemic has affected her family, and her friends' mobile media use. The analysis of said use is contextualized very well by scholarly research on mobile communication technologies and how they shape our relationships with our special and physical environments. The class, Mobile Media, and the winner, Sam Barrett, for Mobile Media Journal. Second place, this paper offers a critical disability studies look at the film Split. The paper uses a wide array of research to explore the film's problematic representation of people with dissociative identity disorder and concludes by explaining the harm such portrayals create for people with said condition. The winner comes from Cultural Differences, Alana Anapat, for Critical Media Analysis, Split's Portrayal of Dissociative Identity Disorder. Congratulations. First place, this paper, the writer uses the 1996 reimagining of Shakespeare's classic Romeo and Juliet to explore classic cultural discussions of high and low culture. Moreover, she explores the film's attempt to deal with questions of race, gender, and class, in her words, attempting to reconcile an old world relic with new world ideals. From the media popular cultural class, this is Michaela Carroll with Bas Luhrmann's Romeo and Juliet. Congratulations. All right, moving on to our next category, we go to emergent media, best emergent media. This is one of those very few categories where entries come from just about every level class, from the 1,000 level intro classes to our senior level 4,000 level classes. And third place, judges' comments. Feeling hungry? In this playful interactive video, you'll choose the ingredients of your smoothie and whether to grill hamburgers or hot dogs. With a style inspired by the popular interactive series Tasty, this video is likewise cheerful and upbeat. Quick choices keep viewers engaged, and the video is sure to leave you feeling happy and very hungry. Third place goes to Benjamin Abrams, Ben's Cooking Corner, from the Genres of Media Production class. Second place for Best Emergent Media. In this interactive video, a young man realizes he's late for a date with his girlfriend. Quick! You, the viewer, must help him choose a new shirt and pants to wear so he can get out of the house quickly and on to the rest of his evening. This video is filmed with a careful eye for shot composition and set design. The interactive choices are sure to delight the audiences. Let's take a look at the first couple of minutes. This is worth it.
Hello? Oh, Sarah, hey. Oh, our date. Yeah. No, I didn't forget. No, I'm leaving right now. Yeah. I'll see you in like a second, okay? Okay, bye.
I was going to do a Zoom poll, but in the spirit of time, I'm going to pick the right one.
Okay, not bad, not bad. What pants should I wear with this?
All right, very cool stuff. Let's back here. Okay, so second place, congratulations goes to Sarah Jandro for Crunch Time in her Genres of Media Production class. And now for first place, Best Emergent Media. This upbeat and informative video takes us on an interactive tour of the popular Klein Go Study Away location, Arcasani. As a viewer, you get to choose which areas of this urban laboratory you will explore. Each destination is described with interesting facts, quirky humor, and sometimes candid honesty. After viewing this interactive tour, you'll surely want to plan a visit to Arizona to explore Arcosanti in person.
People's residences. Hey everyone, welcome back to Arc Go Santi, a guided tour of Arcosanti. Arcosanti is an urban landscape in the heart of the Arizona desert. This urban laboratory was not used by Dexter and instead is used to create sustainable environments to preserve life for years to come. My name is Barry. In actuality, my name is Patrick. No, but for real, my name is Leon. Okay, my name is Dom, and what's cool about Arcosanti is that we're going to take you on a guided tour based on what you want to see. So our first stop today is either the visitor center or the cafeteria. Which one would you like to see first? So we are in the Arcosanti Visitor Center, which teaches visitors about the history and culture of Arcosanti. But the best part of the Visitor Center is that it acts as a gift shop where you can buy handmade gifts that are made from the people that live here at Arcosanti. I recommend buying one of their famous bronze bells to put in your bathroom that you can jingle while you tinkle, ladies. How do you feel about that? From here, we're going to take you to the vault so I can show you where the magic happens. And no, I'm not talking about money. Follow me. So here we are, everyone, at the Arcosanti Vaults. This right here is the definition of big bone with nice curves. The Arcosanti Vaults were created with Solari's vision of keeping everything circular. As you can see, the two arches built here are directed to be perfectly round and take into account the sunlight so that over the course of the day, as the sun went through the sky, it would account for, the sunlight coming in, but also being out and keeping it shady. What's really interesting about the Arcosanti Vaults is that this area is perfect for the community members that live here at Arcosanti full time. They have their community meetings here every now and again, and these up here, these circular windows, actually act as windows for people's residences. So through those, there are apartments. So speaking of residences, the next thing I can show you is up to your choosing. Would you like to see the guest housing or the dorms?
All right, we're going to go quickly since we're all on screen.
All right, everyone, welcome to the Arcosanti dorms. These can have.
So very cool. Our first place winner for Best Emergent Media goes to Dom DiDonato and Emily Moser for Arcosanti. Congratulations. All right, Best Video Editing. As you might expect, this is one of our most popular categories each year, but in 2020, it's getting absolutely out of hand. We had 42 entries this year, and I apologize to the judges having to look through 42 pieces of work, although they were very, very strong. The 42 entries, by the way, that's an MSP Student Awards record for any category. It actually breaks its own record of 37 from last year, so a very tough category to win in. We moved to third place with an excellent message. This short film critiques the pretend worlds and lives of celebrity, fashion, beauty, self-image, social media, and reality. The film is clever, utilizing archival footage and fair use, combined with thematic imagery and voiceover, clear audio, excellent music, and incredible timing to interrogate the unrealistic standards of the falsehoods that surround us. For third place in the Media and Society class, we have Bianca Anastasio and Jenna Mermelstein for Scrolling and Scrolling. Second place. This student submitted 3 pieces in the video editing category, and each one is superb. As an editor, he expertly used timing, rhythm, movement, effects, music, sound, and emotional consideration behind every decision and every cut. He is a true editor, an artist who builds momentum, energy, and intimacy, especially in the case of his behind-the-scenes video, where a sense of community threads thematically throughout. Let's take a look.
Thank you, Kenny. While it's simple to see what happens in front of the camera, it's often easy to forget what goes on behind all of it. One of Temple Update's talented editors, Andrew Makita, has the semester's behind-the-scenes video.
Good ride.
Fixed tires.
Good morning. You're watching Temple Update. I'm Carl Tianabesso.
And I'm Madison Sychek. I'm Jane Vitelli. And I'm Aaliyah Maya.
Hola, soy Samantha Stewart.
I'm Eric Coombs.
I'm Cameron Duncan, and here is the very latest.
All right, so second place, Andrew Makita for Behind the Scenes. Congratulations. First place now, judges say this documentary uses illustrative editing mixed with perfect sound bites from numerous interviews to build a comprehensive overview of one of Philly's largest civic issues, which is litter. The film uses humor to provide unexpected and incongruent beats throughout a thoughtfully timed edit that punctuates the implicit tension of this story. And for this, I'm going to have to jump around. Let's see. Yeah, I'm going to dump out. So I want to take you to a different part of this, which I think is really important to see. Okay. Watch about a minute and a half of this.
Trash in any city is an issue. Trash has been a historic issue in urban areas since the beginning of civilization, right? How to manage waste with this many people around.
In terms of history in Philadelphia, I remember reading an account from a gentleman who lived in Philadelphia in the 1600s. And he was interviewed in 1685, shortly after the arrival of William Penn. And he described the city as filthy Delphia. Even at that point, it was a very dirty city. This phrase of filthy Delphia, I thought it was a nice play on words, but I think it gets to the core that the city historically has not been seen as a clean place by its residents. When you look at other cities in the United States and around the world, you see a different level of cleanliness. Now, in some cities like London, they have people every day that are going along the streets sweeping up, so it would be a little cleaner than it is in Philadelphia.
Philadelphia, we have row houses, people living very close. It makes waste management very hard. We have a lot of commerce, both like in this neighborhood, so you have corner stores. You've got a lot of trash that's just being generated there, and it's hard to handle. So that's kind of an issue that, you know, again, if you look at newspaper clippings from many other cities, you're going to see similar things. New York City, obviously many other cities, that trash has been a problem, and it's something that we're still trying to figure out.
So,
okay, jump back into our PowerPoint. All right, so first place, congratulations for Beyond the Filth goes to Emily Moser, Renee Cunningham, Christina Karos and Marley Snyder from the genres of media production class. First place, best video editing. First out of 42 entries, by the way. We are 12 down and 4 to go in our categories today. So we're getting towards the end of our program. For package script this is for short nonfiction pieces, usually 90-second scripts from classes such as Temple Update, Al Sports Update. We had double-digit entries this year. Third place, this script does a very good job of moving from the science behind stress to offering helpful and practical tips for students. The script is fair and balanced and treats the real issue of stress and anxiety with respect. Selected soundbites are excellent for the narrative. This comes from Temple Update, Leanna Golden, Temple Student's Guide to Finals Stress. Second place, this duo has written a strong script that digs into the balance needed for a D1 athlete to not only compete, but also to have a hobby on the side. Script creatively mirrors video, stand-up uses technology, and an innovative way of telling the story. We'll watch the first half.
Between studying and going to practice, Division I athletes have little time for themselves. Jackie Terpak finds her leisure by shooting videos of her and her team. And it all began with a gifted GoPro from high school.
I started making videos with that, and then it kind of carried into college, and I just really enjoyed taking videos of the team and making them, and they're just like fun to watch.
Jackie's skills behind the camera are appreciated by her team, and it seems the fans like them too. Some of her videos have eclipsed 2,000 views.
She is a big supporter behind the scenes. I mean, the video work and all things like that. To be able to be on a Division I gymnastics team and have the talent of video and video editing is amazing.
Jackie's able to express her creativity in many different ways, whether it be on the mat in the gym or on her YouTube channel, where she's been vlogging for the last 3 years.
From Al Sports Update Fall 2019, Sean McGean and Aaron Steffi for Jackie Terpak. Congratulations. Our top spot in best package script, a very good script with multiple interviews that weave the story together in a narrative that would translate well to any format. Leanna presented the science and the serious side of a story while having fun with it in a well-balanced script, stand-up complete with bug stomping. It's excellent. Here's a look.
Like, honestly, I have been noticing them on the ground and being like, what is going on?
That's the exact question that a lot of Temple's community is asking right now. What's going on with the spotted bugs all over campus?
I think they're gross. I don't like bugs.
They're the worst creatures.
This creature, it's made a long journey to get here to Philadelphia. The spotted lanternfly is an invasive species from China, first landing in the United States in 2014. But it's still here and more than ever. So Temple Update spoke to ecology professor and researcher Matthew Helmus to find out why now.
This specific time of year, this is the time of year when the adults are mating, they're swarming, they're flying around, they're looking for places to lay eggs. And so now this is why we're actually seeing them.
Now, if you spotted the lanternflies around campus, don't worry, they're not going to hurt you, but they are hurting our environment. So experts say if you see them, don't be afraid.
Leanna Golden
To
for
stomp it out.
spotted lanternflies invade Temple's campus, and now they're invading an empty Temple's campus. Congratulations, Leanna, for that first place for Best Package Script. Best Critical Video. Here, students combine their critical and creative skills with their production know-how. A record 22 entries in this category this year. Third place, Kara Fisher provides a well-conceived critique of the subtle and profound roles of media technology in everyday life. This comes from the Media and Society class. Kara Fisher, Blinded by the Spectacle of Light. Congratulations. Second place, this is a poetic rap song dropping some tunes and rhythms, or tunes and rhymes, on the state of media culture. This next critique, by the way, comes from me, not from the judges. When I was watching this, it got me thinking it was a 2020 video version of Bob Dylan's music video, Subterranean Homesick Blues. For those of you who want to go back to the 1960s, check out that video. In a lot of ways, this reminds me of it. Let's check it out.
Got you believing that your self-worth's irrelevant. We stronger than we ever been. Keep fighting like the Revenant. They spreading messages on social media and television. Sick of all these fraudulent personas claiming relevance. They false prophets got you up on Plato's cave rotten emoji like you made a Play-Doh. To the questions all are stopping. Never wide array of people lack ambition cause they kept watching shadows of the real cast. They only see mirages. Won't ever break free. Technology has made us progress. We only know the cave. We think it's our only option. YouTube giving our views to the most clickbaited topics and skin on snapping overdose on likes from all your top picks.
To Josiah Roggio for False Prophets. Top spot, best critical video. This piece analyzes the nostalgia of utopian lost worlds in the TV series Mad Men with the films No Country for Old Men and Midnight in Paris. I'm going to dump out of this one because I'm going to show it to you a different way. 1 second. Going to start the 33-second mark and show about a minute of this one. Check it out.
In this opening scene of the Coen brothers' No Country for Old Men, Sheriff Ed Tom Bell laments the state of the world he finds himself in. It's violent and contains evil that he can't understand. He has a longing for the past and specifically the peace and tranquility of the Old West Texas. What Bell is feeling is nostalgia for a lost world utopia. But what does that mean exactly? To break it down, a lost world is a model of utopia that aligns itself towards the past, as in, a better world either exists in the past or is lost and must be found. Famous examples of this are Plato's Atlantis or the Garden of Eden. So what does nostalgia have to do with all that? Well, if nostalgia is longing for the past, which brings about happy feelings, then it can be used as a tool for escaping to and constructing a lost world utopia. Nostalgia always orients itself towards the past and follows the good old days model within the lost world. This implies that the best days have already happened and are lost in eras of the past. 3 pieces that illustrate nostalgia as a lost world utopia are the Coen brothers' No Country for Old Men, Matt Weiner's series Mad Men, and Woody Allen's Midnight in Paris.
So congratulations. First place for best critical video goes to Seth Wampole and Lauren Remy for Nostalgia and The Lost World. 2 more categories left. We have a paper one and a video one. We'll move to Best Business Plan, where we're only awarding first place, our first place entry in Best Business Plan. We're jumping right to the top spot in our final paper category, where most papers are coming from creating a media business class. The judges' comments: all the creative people making content for the media industry, such as those receiving awards today, they need representation, don't they? They need an advocate to help them negotiate lucrative contracts, performance rights, and brand sponsorships. The Harrison Talent Agency aims to ensure that the creativity of its represented talent is nurtured and protected. The Harrison Talent Agency is an entertainment industry agency geared to deliver the most developed and career-ready talent to its industry partners. Its goal is to be the premier East Coast talent agency that matches skilled talent to their perfect network match. Congratulations to Gabrielle Harrison, Harrison Talent Agency, first place for Best Business Plan. Okay, to our last category of the day. Our final category each year is long-form segment and program because it's one of the toughest ones to win. Most of these projects are semester-long assignments. Many are also often recognized for regional and national awards at competitions such as the CBI Awards, the BEA Awards, and so on. For third place, a judge's comments. Our third place winner is a story about bad relationships and difficult decisions, shot on location in a trailer park and at a bar. 2 women decide to leave it all behind except for Hank. Third place goes to Abby Byington, Ian Ranelovich, Holly Hepfel, and Julian Labrizzi, and Brianna Williams for Hank, which comes from the producing and directing class. Congratulations. Second place. The second place winner looks at a sport that combines difficult training, teamwork, and water. Standout videography puts us on the Schuylkill River to capture stunning. Here we go.
Makes everything worth it. Just hanging out with the boys, putting in the work, sweating together, working together, having fun together. Without the guys, it would make a big difference and not be as fun. Temple's crew team is much different than other crew teams. We have the heart to win. If it comes down to another team and our team, we are more hardworking. We're going to put the effort in. We're going to last all the way to the last 250 meters. We're going to be the ones that are going to have that conversation with pain, just like our coach says, and pull it out and win.
Okay, so I would want to apologize, obviously, to Jake and to Nolan.
It's a little bit
they
of
did such a great job, and we butchered it a little bit. But I appreciate that, you guys hanging with us again. That was our second place finisher for best long form goes to Jake and to Nolan Schweitzer for their project entitled Crew. We got one more to get to. Let's see if we can do it. All right. Best long form script. Best long form segment and program. Our first place winner takes us to the streets of Philadelphia. The documentary is as vibrant and exciting as its subject and will change the way you think about unofficial public art and its contribution to our urban landscape. I got to dump out of this one. It's my last one I have to dump out of course. Let's see. Here we go. Let's watch a little bit of this one. I'm going to take you to the 5-minute mark and watch about a minute or two of this. 5:52.
People like the artists who inspired me when I was growing up. I feel like graffiti's always the one thing that people are always hesitant on. You know, it's that old school mentality. You know, they see graffiti, you know, right away they think you're gonna write your name. So it's hard for people who do graffiti to get walls and property to paint. There's only a couple writers who actually stand out. You know, if you're a successful graffiti writer, you got some serious balls, you know, and skill. Graffiti is for savages.
Philly is known for its style of tagging. Nowhere else in the world writes graffiti tags like we do.
The modern day graffiti movement started here in Philadelphia about 10 years, 12 years after the invention of the spray can, right? When Boston and New York were sort of doing better with their economies after the post-industrial era of, you know, the 1960s, 70s, when jobs and factories were sort of leaving Philadelphia, money was leaving Philadelphia. I think we had to be literally creative about how we designed the city, and paint on a wall is a pretty inexpensive way to take care of public space.
Early on, it wasn't as much beautiful pieces, you know. Philly is more known for its tags. I mean, we evolved and a lot of people do beautiful pieces as well, but that's not what we stand out for. So it is amazing how at first graffiti wasn't as popular and it wasn't as accepted, and you were really looked at as a bad person, a piece of trash, or, you know, the scumbag wrote on this, and that was coming from people who really didn't understand graffiti writers at all. Now, as it is accepted, it's it's shocking to me for people to want it so much. Whether you like it or not, it's there, right? I think street art has its own unique way of...
Congratulations. Let's get back into our PowerPoint. So first place for best long form segment and program, Cameron Toft, Ryan Lieberman, Tenzin Samfel, Anthony Buonpastor, and Zach Matthew for Urban Canvas. Congratulations, guys, for a great way to wrap us up. So let me stop sharing for a second. And again, I apologize for the technical difficulties, but we did, fortunately, we got to see every winner that we had today, regardless, even though we got a little bit wonky at the end there. I appreciate your time and patience with everything that we did today. Let me go to our participants. I want to bring in, as we start to wrap things up, because that's the end of the production part, but I want to bring in as I unmute her, let me see if I can unmute. There we go, Jan. I unmuted Jan, and I want to bring in both my chairs. Matthew Lombard's not here. Okay, so just Jan Fernback. Jan, you are unmuted, and I know we want to bring you in to talk to everybody, so please jump on in as we wrap things up today.
Yeah, thanks, Matt and Peter, for the amazing tech revolution you ushered in today. Normally, we would be having our pizza party right now, and I accidentally sent my pizza party emoji too soon, but it did go out a little while ago. So just wanted to give everyone a reminder that if you do have some peers who weren't able to attend today and they won, we did record this event, and we're going to be making it available within the next 24 hours. And winners are also going to be receiving certificates. I mean, we can't get you a hard copy right now, unfortunately, but Professor Fine will be emailing all of the winners an MSP award certificate, which you should receive within the next week or so. So everybody eat their virtual pizza right now. And I'm going to kick it over to my colleague, Professor Lombard. And last, congratulations from me to all the great winners.
I like this clapping that you can see and not hear. That's very bizarre. Thank you, Jan, and congratulations from both of us to all of the winners and the nominees. We don't often get a chance to see, I don't think any of us get a chance to see all of this material together, and it's just so impressive. We're really proud of what MSP students and faculty do. So thank you. Give yourselves all a hand and a pat on the back and any other accolades that you want. And also, obviously, a huge thanks again from both of us to Matt and to Peter. Especially Matt, we're sorry about that wind caused, I assume, internet failure, but you guys both got us through. So thank you so much. I mean, we know how much work is involved. The faculty all know, and I'm sure many of the students can tell how much work is involved in this. And Matt does such an outstanding job setting it up and organizing it. And it's a pleasure to just watch it all come together. And even when there's problems, it all worked out. So thank you, special thank you to both of you. And thank you to everybody who is here. We had, I didn't see, I wasn't monitoring it through the whole thing, but at one point I saw there were 133 people. And the chat is just like going like crazy, and just the sense of community is really impressive. We're very glad to be part of it, and especially in this weird, surreal, bizarre, unpleasant situation that we find ourselves in. It's just so encouraging that all of us, faculty, staff, students, creatives, how you've adapted during this time. Hopefully, it won't be too long before we can go back to some semblance of normal and meet in Annenberg Hall. But for now, it's just inspiring to see how everything has. We've all made the best of it, a very difficult situation. Just a couple quick more things. Congratulations to the people who are the graduating seniors. We are really heartsick that we don't get to have an in-person ceremony to honor you, but it's postponed, not canceled. So know that it is coming, and we look forward to honoring you in person. You've certainly all earned that, and we're sorry you have to have that delayed. So again, from both of us, everybody, please have a safe and healthy and as unstressful as possible given the circumstances summer, and hopefully we will see you very soon in person.